Yo, what is good, guys? It's your boy Miklik, and welcome back to another Haikyu Fly High video. In today's video, I want to talk about the second UR banner that we'll be releasing, which is Kuroo, a very good middle blocker in the Haikyu series. And guys, I may be wrong, so I apologize in advance. I know a guy who knows a guy who told the guy, so you know, it's those type of things. And hopefully I'm correct about this banner thing, because basing off what the guys told me, it does seem like Kuroo is going to be our next banner after Usujima. Sorry in advance though. And he is going to be the best middle blocker in the game we're going to have for now. And guys, trust me, you're going to want to watch everything, because this is a little tough decision basing off your favorites and which teams you like, and if you're following meta or if you're just following your favorite teams. So you're not going to want to miss anything in this video, because this video is probably going to be the most important video right now, because it determines whether you save your recruit tickets, your red tickets, and just your gems in general. This video will include all of Kuroo's skill, a summary of Yuka's skills, a summary of Kenma's skills, and full skill set of Hirugami, which is the best middle blocker in Japan right now. Kuroo, a middle blocker from Nekoma, and he is a UR. His skill 1 is all-rounder passive. Kuroo's quick attack increases by 10%, while Kuroo is on the court each time the ball crosses the net. His block and quick attack increases by 5%. Stacks up to 5 times for a maximum of 25% increase. Perfect for endurance matches where longer rallies give Kuroo more power. Skill 2, a quick, I think that might have been wrongly translated. Kuroo performs a quick attack with power equal to quick attack times 125%. Gains 1 stack of charge upon activation. For each charge stack, quick attack power increases by quick attack times 5%. Max 3 stacks for up to plus 15% power boost. Encourages momentum and sustained offensive pressure. Skill 3, leadership passive. Kuroo's block increases by 40%. If he performs a perfect block, the opposing attacker who used power or quick attack receives the rage debuff. Rage debuff decreases their power and quick attack by 10%, provides strong defensive utility, and shuts down opponent's attackers. His skill 4, red block, an active one. Kuroo performs a block with power equal to block times 135%. If the opposing spiker is affected by a debuff, the block power increases by an additional block times 20%. Rewards coordinated play and early game debuffing. And for the skill resonance, it doesn't really matter as much. It's just potential upgrades. The thing that matters the most are the skills, but I read it anyways for you guys. Quick attack skill cooldown is reduced to 0, allows consecutive attacks with no waiting. Ideal for aggressive or fast-paced attack rotations. Skill resonance level 10. Leadership skill activation condition changes. From when Kuroo's block is perfect to when Kuroo performs a block, the power block is further increased by block times 25%. Boosts defensive consistency and makes his debuff easier to apply. So now that you guys know his skills, you guys have a better gist of him. The main reason why you guys might want to get him is if you're running for the Nekoma team with Kenma, Yuka, and Kuroo, because they have a very good synergy of defensive capabilities. But that's if you're running a Nekoma team. If you don't want to run a Nekoma team, then Kuroo might not be the option for you, because there's this new blocker that's way better than Kuroo, and some might know him and some might not. And he is better than Kuroo just based off his buffs and debuffs, and I'll show you guys right now. His name is Japan Hirugami. He's a middle blocker UR. His skill 1, core of the Yami system passive. When Hirugami serves, his awareness increases by 12%. While Hirugami is on the court, each teammate blocks against 1 stack of system effect. Each stack increases by teammate's main perimeter by 8%. Max 5 stacks equals 40%. For each system hack, Hirugami main's perimeter increases by 10%. Skill 2, psychological pressuring serve, active. Performs a jump floater serve with power equal to serve times 140%. If this serve results in a nice play, the opponent his morale awakening immediately ends. Effects last for 1 rally. Skill 3, defense is the best offense. Every time the ball crosses the net, Hirugami gains 1 stack of solid block up to 4. For 2 stacks, blocking players block power plus 50%. 3 stacks, receiving players receive power plus 15%. 4 stacks, spiking players power spike / quick attack power plus 15%. Effects last for 2 net crossings. At the end of the rally, all stacks are consumed. For each stack consumed, all teammates gain plus 5% attack and defensive technique for 1 rally. Skill 4, Immovable Hirugami, active / ultimate, performs a block with power equal to block times 160%. If the opponent uses a power spike, Hirugami's block power increases by block times 40% for that play. I couldn't translate his skill resonance, I'm sorry about that, but as far as you guys should know, skill resonance is just gonna make his skills better. So, basing off his skills, you could probably see why Hirugami is the best middle blocker in the game. People who know the little giant, aka Kuroo is essentially the best all-rounder in the game. I'll talk about it in a different video, but as far as you guys should know, his buffs for the whole team, you can't compare it to anybody else. He's that good, and Hirugami has a bond with him. And I know a lot of people are going to be saving for the little giant. So If you're one of those people saving for the little giant or just want meta characters, then your best bet is to skip and save for Hirugami middle blocker and Kuroo wing spiker. But then again, this game is PvE, so it doesn't really matter what you choose. Any team could be good in this game. I just created a little like middle blocker guide, like comparing Kuroo to other middle blockers and comparing the other middle blockers to other middle blockers. So essentially it's like a standalone for only middle blockers tier list. But over here it says why Hirugami is just a way better middle blocker than Kuroo, because Kuroo builds up over time and brings strong debuff synergy, but Hirugami passively buffs their entire team from the start. No conditions, no scaling time needed. His support value works in every comp, while Kuroo needs setup and synergy to shine. Hirugami has the border, ceiling, and floor. So as I said earlier, he needs to be with the Nekoma team. And even without the Nekoma team, he's still going to be the best middle blocker we're going to have for a while until they release Hirugami UR. So guys, again, this is mainly for free to play, because if you're pay to win, you guys can just pay for whoever you want. But if you're like free to play and semi free to play, or looking forward to get again Hirugami or Kuroo, then you should just save. So comparing Yaku to Nishinoya SSR, the one we have now, Yaku stacks up to plus 50% receive and cover from teammates to successful plays, has an 11% flat receive boost, and automatically upgrades normal receives to perfect. Also boosts quick attackers by 8%, making them both consistent and synergistic. His 240% power ultimate receive secures control during key rotations, extremely reliable and adaptable to most team styles. And for Nishinoya SSR, the one most of us have, offers 15% spike power boost after a successful cover and enhances team morale. But his strongest skill, Rolling Thunder, consumes a lot of stamina and forces them off the court, a drawback for long rallies. His utility is strong in burst style teams or when paired with ace heavy strats, but he lacks the consistent reception and stay on field presence that Yaku provides. This is basically just an overview on why Yaku is essentially just better. Yaku maintains constant field presence, buffs quick attackers, and has a better passive stack and improved receive conversion. Noya can push out stronger offensive turns, but is less stable and has more downtime due to stamina cost and core exit. In long matches or standard comp play, Yaku wins out. And just because Yaku's better than Nishinoya, it doesn't mean Nishinoya is automatically C tier or B tier. It doesn't mean he's bad. Nishinoya is still endgame material. People still use Nishinoya during Japan servers to this day. So just because one's better than the other, it doesn't mean Nishinoya is bad. For example, Akugi is another SSR that's coming out to the game. I don't know when, but he's better than Yaku. But that doesn't mean Yaku's bad. There's gonna be so much good SSR liberals that there's just no point of honestly keeping track of them. It's just up to what you want and what your team is based on. Now heading to Kenma and why you should get him if you're doing the Kuroo thing. We're comparing right now Kenma to one of the top setters in the game right now, Tobio Kageyama. Most of us have him because he's only $1, and if you're free to play, you might even have him just because of luck. Let's go over his skills. Grants plus 10% spike power to the attacker he tosses to, and buffs all allies with plus 10% awareness and extra spike scaling based on the attacker stat. His unblockable 225% two-touch stack gives him surprise offensive pressure. Overall, he's a top-tier setter with well-rounded buffs, reliable tosses, and offensive tools. Kenma, which is the SSR, focuses on receive synergy and team-wide defensive scaling. He increases all teammates' power based on receive stats and builds stacks that boost both receive and cover. At full stacks, he can fully nullify a fatal receive or cover, and his 220% unblockable 2-touch gives some offensive threat. More defensive leaning than Kageyama, but highly stable. And the overview on why: Kageyama provides stronger instant offensive value with spike buffs, awareness scaling, and deadly unblockable 2-touch. Kenma is better for defense-focused teams and excels in long rallies, but Kageyama's mix of toss quality and offensive presence gives him the edge in most team comps. So it doesn't really matter what order you put him in. I'm just saying Kageyama is just slightly better than Kenma when it comes to different types of teams you're making. This is why Kenma works perfect with Kuroo and Yaku, because they're mainly both defense teams. As you saw before, Kuroo works better in long rallies, so does Yaku, and so does Kenma. So it's a perfect matchup, and nonetheless, they still have a team synergy together. So that's really about it for the setter thing. Just because Tobio is slightly better than Kenma in terms of just power, Kenma could also just be better than Tobio when it comes to joining the defense-based team. I'm sorry if this video made you question your life existence. I know it's not this deep. I'm just making content out here. But if you have any more questions, join my Discord server, link in the description and in the comment section. I have many people there who have many different opinions, and they just love talking about the game. So they'll answer you, and I'll answer you if I get a chance. And it's just good updates to have in general. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know if anything was wrong about this so I could fix it later on. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.